Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am Saint Gaming, and I'm back again talking about characters that have a chance in Jump Force. And today we're going to be talking about Saint Seiya, which is what my channel's name is based off of, Saint Gaming. So, for Saint Seiya in Jump Force, I was just really happy and surprised to see the characters that we did get in the game, because in the past we would only get Seiya in the games. But this time, he was joined by Dragon Shiryu, which was a nice surprise to see him. Shiryu is one of my favorite Saint Seiya characters, so that was really nice to see him in the game. Also, two characters were found in the data for Jump Force, but were cut from the game. So without further ado, let's get started with the two cut characters. The first one is Shun. Shun is one of the most popular characters in Saint Seiya, and he could be a fun character to use. He uses chains similar to Kurapika. He would also have a gold armor, which would be the Virgo armor. Shun would just be a great choice in my eyes. The next character, and the other character that was cut, was Hyoga. Hyoga is in the same area as Saito in that he has one of his moves in the game already for the CAC, which is Aurora Thunder Attack, which I always say is them already having a little bit of the work done. Hyoga is also the other character that was cut in the game, the base game. Now, I would be okay with either of these two characters being added. They would make sense to be added. But the next two characters I talk about are the ones I truly want, and I also think have a great chance. The next character I'm going to talk about is the last Bronze Saint, which is Phoenix Iki. Now, I was a little surprised Iki didn't make it in the game in some way from either being cut or in the base game or even DLC. But I believe if Hyoga and Shun were not cut, Iki would have been a DLC choice. Iki is also such an important character to the series. He is always there to help out Seiya when he needs it in the final fights or any fight really, despite him starting off as a villain. And out of any of the Bronze Saints, I think they would all make good choices. The next character the next character I want, and I think has a chance. Plus, he's a villain rep, and that is Gemini Saga. Now, Saga is my favorite villain from Saint Seiya, and he is my next choice I want from Saint Seiya in the cast. In Saint Seiya, he left the biggest impact on me, and even on the whole series. He makes a presence in every arc in some way, and he's even if he isn't the main villain or the final villain, he would also have some great attacks with him, such as Demon, Emperor Fist, and Galaxy Explosion. I think Saga would just make a great choice, and in my opinion, Saint Seiya could use a villain rep. Next is the final villain of the series, and that is Hades. Now, I won't go into too much of what Hades is, as I think you should experience Saint Seiya, as that was a great twist in my eyes. But he was a pretty good villain, and he just didn't leave as much of an impact on me compared to Saga, but I would like to see him as well. He would work well in Jump Force, and to have Hades in would bring a whole new level to the Venoms and to their side, as they would have all of the underworld on their side. Now, the next two characters that have a chance, they don't have as much of a chance as, say, the other characters I just named, and those are the characters I also would like. But these two characters just don't have as much of a chance, but their chance is there just because of who they were and what their positions were in the series. And the first character I'll talk about is Poseidon. Now, with all the main villains in the series, I think Poseidon left less of an impact on the whole series as a whole, which is kind of sad. Poseidon is the main villain of the arc, which originally ended the original anime, before they went back and did the final arc. Poseidon, from what I've seen, just wasn't very popular, which is also kind of sad. But Seiya does come from that arc. The Seiya does. Shiryu comes from the beginning of the Hades arc, though. But Seiya does come from the Poseidon arc. So he could be a good choice, but out of all the other characters, such as Saga and Hades, I think they would be better to go with one of those two. And the last character I want to talk about is Athena, or Sayori. Now, I only say her because she's one of the most important characters in the series. The whole series is basically around saving her and protecting her. She was playable in Saint Seiya, Soldier Soul, I believe. I have it somewhere. So she does have a move set they could use. She's also, the last battle in the series is Athena versus Hades. So that could also give you an incentive to choose her, but I don't think her chances are very high compared to everyone else that I named, even Poseidon. Now, that's it for today's video. Who do you guys think have a chance in Saint Seiya for Jump Force? Leave it down below. Only 2 series left for me to talk about in this series. It's kind of sad that this series is coming to an end, but you know, all great things come to an end. This was a really fun series to make, but there's still 2 left. Comment down below, like and subscribe, and the next video will be on the other 80s blockbuster, which I think changed shonen as a whole, which is Fist of the North Star. So as always, everybody, have a very nice day.